Conservation of air. Conservation of air is the protection and cleaning of the Earth's air supply. Air pollution can be caused by many sources including transportation, power plants, factories, radioactive elements, hazardous gases, allergens, etc. Natural causes of air pollution are volcanic eruption, wildfire, etc. The quality of environment is strongly impacted by air pollution, making it unsafe for human life. 29th March 1981 Air Conservation Act was passed for prevention, control and abatement of air pollution. Best ways to reduce air pollution are using public transport, turn off the light when they are not in use, recycle and reuse of resources, use fans instead of ACs, education of forest fire and smoking. Use filters for our chimney. Avoid using crackers. Avoid usage of products with chemicals. Implement afforestation. It is a responsibility of each and every one of this world to follow the above rules for a better life for us and for our next generation.
A warm good morning to one and all. A healthy environment is the foundation for a stable and healthy society. So in every year, July 28 is observed as World Nature Conservation Day. Natural resources of Earth includes air, water, soil, minerals, plants and wildlife. Earth has only a limited amount of resources left and are fast depleting due to overexploitation and even misuse. Conservation is the care and protection of these resources so that they can be preserved for future generations also. Dear friends, we all can play a vital role in building a sustainable future. Let us see how we can conserve each resources.
Soil is the home to many living things. Soil conservation is the key to environmental sustainability. If soil becomes unhealthy, unstable, or polluted, the life cycle stops. Soil conservation focuses on keeping soil healthy through a combination of practices and techniques. Some of the soil conservation practices include terrace farming, contour farming, no-till farming, crop rotation, promoting wind breaks and buffer strips, use of biofertilizer and biopesticides, and encouraging planting of trees.
Water is essential to all life. Water conservation is the careful use and preservation of the water resources. The water resources are get polluting due to agriculture-related pollutants such as fertilizers and pesticides, industrial-related pollutants such as toxic chemicals and heavy metals, and also due to domestic sewages. Throwing plastic through water bodies is a threat to marine life. Let us take a pledge not to waste water. Practicing rainwater harvesting, recycling of water, wastewater treatment are some of the practices for the conservation of the water.
Respected Principal Sister Floweret, beloved teachers and all my dear friends. I am Edwin Shaju of Standard 9A, standing here to deliver about the importance of wildlife conservation. Wildlife conservation is an activity in which humans make conscious effort to protect plants and other animal species and their habitats. By conserving wildlife, we are ensuring that future generations can enjoy our natural world and the incredible species that live with it. To help protect wildlife, it is important to understand how species interact with their ecosystems and how they are affected with environmental and human influences. As a part of the world's ecosystems, wildlife provides balance and stability to the nature's processes. Wildlife conservation can be broadly divided into two: in situ and ex situ. In situ conservation is the method in which organisms are protected in their natural habitats. Ex situ conservation is the method in which organisms are protected outside their natural habitats. The goal of wildlife conservation is to protect and nurture nature and wildlife, which is integral in maintaining balance in nature. Wildlife aims at maintaining healthy wildlife populations, maintaining number of animals in balance with their habitats, keeping track of current habitat conditions and breeding populations, preventing total extinction of species. The several factors that are a threat to the wildlife are the increasing population, temperature and climatic changes, over-exploitation of resources, irregular hunting and poaching, loss of habitat, etc. Wildlife is the beauty of nature, so it is our duty to protect the nature splendor of ecosystems and to evolve a system of coexistence with every living creature upon the earth. I am concluding my words. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hi friends, I'm Albert Kanabra from Standard 6A. Today, July 28, on July 28, we celebrate World Nature Conservation Day. The main purpose of celebrating World Nature Conservation Day is to conserve the fauna, trees and plants that are extinct from the natural environment of the earth. Nature is the world around us. Man comes into contact with nature right from the birth. Many people admire the beauty of nature and even they write many novels and poems on it. Its beauty cannot be expressed in a single word or saying. Nature is the mother of all, as it helps us to sustain our life. It's our companion since eternity. Despite the importance of nature in human life, we are spoiling its balance only due to our greediness. From the ancient period of time, man used to get all the things needed for life only from the nature. Even today, at the height of science, our requirements are met by the nature only. Nature is a boon given to us. It protects crores and crores of organisms living on the earth. It gives us forests, which are the lungs of the earth. Since we have started our lives on the earth, we are exhausting its resources. But in return, we are exposing it to the external threats of destruction and mistreatment. Due to this, beautiful forests have been destroyed, rivers have been polluted, and vast open lands have been consumed for buildings and factories. We are giving challenges to nature by doing activities as hunting down animals, cutting down trees, releasing poisonous gases, and polluting the rivers. Today's world facing the biggest problem is the global warming. So we all think seriously about our activities and help to bring such situations under control. Governments are employing various means to conserve nature, but each individual must also come forward to contribute save nature. Therefore, everyone must do tree plantation, restriction the use of plastic, stopping wastage of water and electricity. Drive less, walk and cycle more. Not only these, we have to stop ill practices like hunting of animals. If each one of them contribute their own bit, the difference will be tremendous. Please remember the words of Gandhi. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not every man's greed. So friends, keep our mother earth from the further exploitation. Nature is a painting for us. Day after day, the pictures of infinite beauty. All the very best to all my dear friends to keep this beauty eternally. Thank you.
Hi friends, I'm Elroy Wilson from Standard 7B. Today I will like to share a few words about plant conservation. Plants are the backbone of our life on earth. Especially they are the lifeguards for the human beings. We can't think about a life on earth without trees. We depend on trees because it provides the oxygen, medicine and so many useful things. Trees maintain the ecological balance on the earth. So therefore, if we want to survive the earth, we must save the trees. Plants are easily destroyed by the strong wind currents due to the improper nutrition from the soil and also heavily pollution. They generally have a tendency for a long life, but due to the above factors, their lifespan is drastically reduced. Besides this, human activities like excess deforestation and excess use of manures and pollution cause the extinction of plants. So we must together do something to conserve the plants. Conservation of plants means preservation, repair or restoration of plant population. For that, I will share some tips. Minimize the use of hybrid seeds. Use natural seeds. Hybrid seeds have less tolerance for calamities and easily prone to diseases. If this artificial process continues, we might find the difficulties to see the natural plant without genetic alteration. So procure, store and cultivate the natural seeds. Minimize the use of paper. Can be limit the destruction of bamboos. We must avoid the wastage of paper and also promote the recycling of paper. Pollution by soil, water and radiation can be toxic to plants. It may cause the decline in their lifespan. Safeguard our street plants from trotting cattle. For that, cover the plants. Minimize the deforestation is the main thing in the conservation of plants because our forests maintain our climate, moisture level, etc. Cutting down trees cause the soil erosion and land sliding. As a part of modernization and industrialization, many trees are cut down. We must raise hands against it. Don't you remember the Chico movement? The leadership of Sundarlal Behguna. They hugged the trees for protecting them. We also must do something to protect the trees. Don't make the trees care and make with care. So my dears, we have to create a pollution-free, greener and fresher environment. No trees, no man.
Good morning to all, respected principal, teachers and my dear friends. As we all know, July 28th is observed as Natural Conservation Day. On this day, I would like to share a few words about mineral conservation. Minerals are naturally existing inorganic solid substances with definite chemical and physical properties. Minerals are non-renewable and depleting day by day. The use of minerals have increased throughout the world. The proved reserves of minerals like copper, lead and nickel may be depleted within 100 years. The deposits of minerals are unevenly distributed all around the world. The need for the minerals continue to influence the international relations today. Many of the countries import large amount of minerals. Mining of minerals destroys the scenic land and natural habitat of animals. It can also pollute water and air. The increased use and exploitation of available natural resources increase the rate of depletion over the years. This is where the term conservation gets its importance. The conservation of minerals can be done in many ways. They include use of minerals in a sustainable manner, use of alternative source of energy like wind energy and solar energy, avoid the over-exploitation of the resources, reusing and recycling the minerals and its products, intelligent management of existing resources. In conservation policies, emphasis should be on sustainable mining. More reliance should be placed on exploitation of such minerals. The minerals are non-renewable resources. Minerals are the main capital for many countries. The non-renewable resources are depleting day by day due to the over-usage and exploitation of its resources. Various methods can be taken to prevent this situation. I'm concluding my words. Thank you.